Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. It is Monday, March 30th, 2026, and welcome to Mind Heart Mondays. I hope you are doing well. How was March? We're actually going to talk about March and completion and perfection, for this is the month of both in our life. I don't have a teaching per se tonight, but I know the Spirit's going to flow and I'm going to share whatever we need to hear. So I titled this Completion and Perfection because this is what this month has been. And what do I mean by this? Completion, because the Lord has done some major spirit, soul, and body completion in our life. Some of us have been feeling this or seeing it or experiencing it. I know I have. And perfection, because as this month draws to a close, which is literally tomorrow, we will be perfectly, hopefully, if we have yielded, perfectly aligned in God's time. And that's what I have been praying for everyone who is connected to me and connected to She's Restored and Sonia the Libra Sound, that you have experienced a very transformational month. And as I shared, March is one of three of these perfection and completion months. So the first one is March of the year. By the way, this is every year, okay? However, this year is different, and it's ushering us into new dimension. Okay, so this is different than any other year. March is the first, which is the third month. Then we're going to have July, which is the second, or the guys. Hi. I have no idea why or how I got booted off my own stream. I think I'm upsetting some foul spirits professing this over us. But let's continue. So I was saying July is the seventh month, and that would be our second month of the year. And then, of course, October is our 10th month of the year, our third month of completion and perfection. Okay. But let's get into this. Hi everybody, welcome everybody watching live in the chat. Hello. And of course, watching on the replay. Hi everybody. My name is Ruby. Welcome to my channel. And today is 3/30, 2026, which, as I've been sharing, is New Beginning Squared. So powerful. This is a powerful moment to be alive and to be receiving whatever I'm going to be sharing tonight, which we'll just have to see. We'll have to see how long I'm going to be on here. As I said, I don't have a specific teaching. I feel like I just wanted to kind of echo this, which I've been sharing all month long, that this is a very significant and powerful month. And I want us to truly yield to this transformation that God is doing in our life. Now, what is it for you? Have you noticed this month is different? Have you noticed? Do you feel different? Have you seen things differently? Have you had any supernatural, things coming to an end or completion, or perhaps it's a new beginning for you. The Lord is doing this. This is something that, while we can participate in the process, this is something we can't take credit for, because God is doing this in our life. And most of it has to do with the fact that we're in times like no other, and time is of the essence. So there are some things, and I think I've been sharing this a little bit actually this last year, that God's doing what we cannot do ourselves. And this month is especially important for this shift to this new space of time, which I have been telling you is 2026 through 2029. These next 3 years, everything is going to change for us. And I don't mean just here in the States, although we are going to see a lot of change, massive change here in the States. This is global. This is everybody. So with this said, my prayer for you is that you are receptive to the Spirit. You're receptive to whatever God is doing in your life. Again, I've been sharing this for a while. You guys, honestly, I've been sharing this for a while, but it's like the more time passes, the quicker and more accelerated this becomes, because time is coming to a space of, how shall I say, the closing of an age. Okay, so you might be seeing this in your life. You might be seeing things differently. For some of you, God is opening your eyes. He is taking the veil off. You're starting to see the world for what it actually is. You're starting to notice people for who they truly are. This is called enlightenment. This is when God, I feel like this is the first layer, when He starts to show you things through spiritual eyes that are not yours. And this is the beginning of the spiritual transformation. So if this is happening to you, and for you, really, this is a good space, even though it can be daunting to see things the way you've never seen them before. He may be asking you to change your circle, or He may be asking you to move. He may be asking you to do something radical that you may even feel intimidated by. But it is all part of the process of coming into this completion in your life. So take heart. You're not alone. Many of us have gone through this, and many of us will go through this. A lot of us, remember this, I always say this too, discern where God has you, because God has us in different spaces. According to the kingdom purpose that He has for us, our calling, purpose, and assignment, as I tell you guys all the time. So you got to discern where He has you. And I echo this a lot, but I'm echoing it again. Just be where He calls you to be. It's the only safe space you can be in. You guys, I don't have my glasses. Give me a second so I can see, because I feel like y'all are chatting and I don't know what's going on. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. I can't even see that. But yeah, how's everybody doing? What's new? Anything new this month for y'all? Anything changed or shifting into a new realm? I am getting ready for April. I'm very excited. I always get excited for the new month because I know something beautiful and glorious is going to happen. And with that said, I invite all of you, if you are interested in doing a mini session or a full session with me, these are one-to-one inner healing sessions where I teach you on the spirit, soul, and body and how to heal. Those are all on my website. I also have my healing bundles in 1, 3, and 7. And then I have my one-to-one artist coaching for artists and musicians, where I teach you on the 8 foundational pillars and 5 essential building blocks to building your dream life as an artist. So if that is something that you are interested in, I invite you to my website, shesrestored.com. And everything is set up there for you to find a time and day that works for you and book with me. As a member of our She's Restored family or Sonia the Lead with Sound family, I offer a discount. So you get 26% off anything you choose with me for the entire year. So just FYI, if you're interested, I'd love to work with you and to walk alongside you. So yes, I invite you. Can I have a shout out because I have to leave? Michelle, yes, you can. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here. And I'm sorry you have to go. I hope you do come back, and I hope you have a blessed rest of the day and rest of the week and certainly rest of the month. And welcome, Michelle McIntosh. What else do I want to share, you guys? So I will be starting, I kind of just wanted to wrap up this month with a cute little bow based on what I've already been sharing. That's great. I can't wait for you to come back. Because I really just want to finish this month in its wholeness. So I'm not starting a series this week, and that goes for actually for all, I think. Well, maybe Friday. Friday I might start because Friday will be April. Or no, actually Wednesday will be April. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. I might start Wednesday. For our anxiety, I might bring you something fresh and new because it will be the 1st of April. And that's not a joke. I am going to come here on Wednesday and we will be talking about something amazing to bless you and help you on your recovery for anxiety and depression. So let's see, what else do I want to share before? I do want to say this. Or let me ask you, I'm going to ask you a couple of things to assess for yourself, okay? I'm going to ask you 3 questions for each. Number 1, when it comes to my mind, my handsome mind, as I say, my handsome mind, I am the gatekeeper of my spiritual gold. My mind is spiritual gold. It is the central nervous system of self. I say this all the time. It is the command center for my soul realm. So it's very important that I know what on earth and in heaven I am thinking about and what is going on in my mind. Because if I don't have active participation in the process of my thoughts, I'm at the mercy of whatever I am passively receiving as information. And if I'm not discerning enough, then I will, unfortunately, receive it as truth into my belief system. So this is very important. So question number 1 for your handsome mind. What have I been thinking about lately? What have you been thinking about lately? Okay, what are you focused on lately? If you could say, let's just pick 3, because again, 3. Pick 3 things, 3 top things that my mind has been consumed with lately. What are they? Okay. Number 2, Of these top 3 things, what is truth and what is love? Of these 3 spaces in my mind. In other words, what I'm thinking on and meditating on, do I find truth in them? Do I find love in them? Okay, if I don't, then I need to dig a little deeper. This is your benchmark for knowing if my thoughts are healthy or unhealthy. Okay? Thirdly, and your last question to ask your handsome mind, am I living in accordance? And when I say accordance, I don't mean that like a rule, although that could be a translation of that word. I mean this in accord, in one accord. Am I living in accordance with my belief system? Because I really feel like we're in a space where I have to know what I believe. I have to know, and not only that, but I need to know that not just intellectually, although this is sort of the space that we all operate from, but I need to know that my spiritual mind, my intellectual mind, and my emotional mind are all in accordance. They're in one accord with what I truly believe. Okay? And to kind of piggyback that as well, I don't want to be, I need to assess if I have any deception in my thought process right now. You guys, with everything that's going on around the world, and again, this acceleration of things unfolding globally, because they are unfolding globally and everyone's affected. We're going to be seeing massive changes, like I've been sharing. So it's very important that I have a sound mind. My mind will only be as strong as my spirit. So if my mind is easily shifting every time I see something or I hear a conversation or I talk to somebody and I don't have my own stability, I'm in trouble. Okay, so this is why I'm helping you kind of assess this for yourself. Do you have a sound mind? That's my question in these 3 questions. Is my mind sound? If it's not, what do I need to have a sound mind? Because I must have a sound mind so I can handle this. I can handle that. I can handle what's coming. I can handle out here. I can handle me. How can you help me? I want to study, but it's late. Hi, Exodia. I just saw your message right now. Sorry. I would love to help you. You can email me, she'srestored@gmail.com, and let me know what you're interested in, and then we can go from there. Yeah, especially if it's too late right now and you can't watch the stream. You can always come back and watch the replay, but if you have any questions, please message me. I'd love to help you. Okay, so my handsome mind. Those are the questions to ask myself. And then number 2, my beautiful heart. Remember, my heart is either very well loved and cared for by my mind or it is not. And this manifests in how I feel. So, number 1, what have I been feeling lately? Now, let me camp here for a second because there's a balance here. I have to remember I can't rely completely on my sensory realm anymore. I've been sharing this for a couple of years. If I go by what I see or what I feel or what I hear or what I I might be led astray. This is why I have to take care of my spirit. My spirit has to be grounded in truth and love. So if you're a mess in your mind, or you're a mess in your emotions, you need to go deeper to the spirit realm and get yourself anchored and grounded in truth and love. Okay? Because even when I feel off, and there's lots of reasons for this, sometimes I can feel off because I'm exhausted, because I'm doing too much, or sometimes I can feel off because I have a lot of negative energy around me and I'm sensitive and I feel it and I notice that it affects me. So I have to discern, where is this coming from? This is a good question to always ask when you're feeling confused or tired, exhausted. Where is this coming from? And what do I need to do about it? And who are you asking? You're asking God, because only He knows. So, what have I been feeling lately? What's going on with your heart right now? This is always connected to what have I been thinking. Okay? Number 2, you asked your mind, your handsome mind, what is truth and love? Do I know what this is? Do I know? And do I know? Okay? So I have to know it mentally, emotionally, or intellectually, but I also have to know it spiritually, and I have to know it in my heart. Am I living in truth and love? Now, when I say truth, I mean absolute truth. I don't mean subjective truth. I don't mean objective truth. I don't mean relative truth, because all of those are subject to change. I'm talking about the capital T truth that does not shift or change based on circumstances, situations, how I feel, what's going on around me. I mean capital T truth. Am I living in truth? Because that's my only safeguard. If I have truth, I'm steady. And love, capital L. Am I living in love? Now, again, we're all in different process, spaces, stages of understanding what truth is and what love is. But am I at least on the trajectory to operate, to function, to live in these two? And lastly, I'm going to ask you this question for your heart. Am I stable? Am I stable? My heart must come to a place of stability so that I can make sound, good, healthy decisions with my life, for my life, in my life. Am I stable? And if not, where am I feeling instability? And if you are here where you don't feel sound mentally, you don't feel stable emotionally, that's what I'm here for. So please reach out. She's restored@gmail.com, and I will happily sit with you, listen to your story, try and help you understand where you are, and get you to the place where you know you need to be. You know you need to be, because you do have it. You do have the compass within. It is inherently given to all of us. And you will end this month in completion and perfection. I'm declaring this over us, y'all, all of us. Whatever it is that you need completion in and perfection, and again, perfection, spiritual perfection, not perfection because none of us are perfect or will ever be perfect, but the perfection of the Lord, who is the perfect one, in alignment with his will for your life. So that is all that I want to share tonight. I think that turned out pretty good. What do y'all think? I will be back on April 1st, which is Wednesday, for our anxiety support, depression support, and I probably will have something, a teaching for us. But in the meantime, if you need to talk before then, or if you just want to do a session for your anxiety or depression, you can do a mini session with me, and I will happily walk you through some of the issues you're going through. She's restored@gmail.com or she'srestored.com. And if you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to let you guys hop in the chat if you're still here for a second. If you do want to ask me anything before I log off. But if not, completion, perfection. God is doing wonderful things in the midst of all the chaos that's going on around us. And that is precisely why, because he wants us ready for all of this madness. I encourage you, again, you guys, discern every information you receive. You have to discern it against truth. We're in the days of deception, and the great deception is upon us. So everything you see in the news, everything you see on TV, wherever you're getting your information from, you have to discern it through the Spirit against truth to know if it is true or not. Again, I encourage you, as I have for many years, don't let the apathy change your empathy. You guys, the love of many continues to grow colder. People are getting more and more disconnected from their own humanity. And this happens. You know, if you get so caught up in all of what's going on, you start to lose your footing. So this is why I encourage you, okay? Truth and love. You have those two, you have it all. And you can handle just about anything. All right. I'm going to say goodnight now. And yes, Exidia, again, I welcome you to reach out to me. She's restored@gmail.com. Okay, love y'all. And I will be back on Wednesday here on YouTube. Otherwise, you can find me on Instagram. She's Restored and Sonia the Leave the Sound for music and art and all kinds of healing beauty. Love ya. Talk soon. Bye.